This might be an early college football playoff preview and a chance for a top 10 team in the land to lean on the energy from the home crowd and knock off the #1 team in the country. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They're coming off a national championship win last year. But you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason. Fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do. New faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
To the air on first down. Got his man. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go and make a statement to them.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown Sooners. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Formation for these receivers. Offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Quinn. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone. It's caught downfield. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he
he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, he's shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Quinn. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Buys a little extra time. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Maybe just trying to get some breathing room to kick it away. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to throw, it's Quinn. Right down the middle. Got his man on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. Making side adjustments here. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Steps away to find some room. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Yeah, your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Looking to throw, it's Quinn. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Finds his big tight end. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there, 4th down and long? No problem. I got this in the front.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Gets it out quickly. Nice move, creates some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the bowl. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Giles. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to pass. It's Quinn. Right on the money. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. They'll throw on third and short. Catch in the middle. It's Lester. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
It's complete to the left. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man in the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll give it to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Find some fresh air. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking downfield, it's Quinn. He fires one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a front.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down.
Let's go.
Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense will quickly use the timeout. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Sooners!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Oklahoma, 35. Oregon, 7.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man. It's Quinn. Oh, they're after him. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Hauls it in down the sideline. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the 2nd half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Huge huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect timing and gets the deflection.
It'll be third and long. Wide receiver going in motion. They just keep firing. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They're testing the right side here. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got some room, it was over.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He's taking the shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Here's the handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Breaks into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your...
He lets it fly. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. The give out of the gun. Looking for room at the 25. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Fights off a defender. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We reached a quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the back. There he goes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. He now has 108 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. The Sooners will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is on its way. And the returner will be knocked down.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks at it a game. You're going to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space.
Touchdown, Oklahoma!